Alright, welcome back YouTube. I'll show you what's going on here in the fruiting chamber. I've got these 5 bags of straw here. They're all with a wild oyster that I found in the woods. It's just a regular gray oyster. Seem to be doing very well on the straw here. They've been coming out of the little holes that I poked in the bags pretty well. I cultured this from agar, from spores actually, onto agar, then to grain. These bags were inoculated on the 29th of January. So it's been almost a month. Each bag has about 6.5, 7.5 pounds of substrate in it. See all the nice little clusters forming. This was the last bag to go into the fruiting chamber. I think it's only got one little cluster on it. So yeah, they're doing well. This here is the sawdust block. Still not sure what's going on with it. I think it got too dry when I cut the bag off. So now I've got it right in the cool mist path to keep it constantly moist, and it seems to be repinning after its first strange fruit. So we'll see what comes of this. The other one got contaminated with bacteria, probably because it dried out too much and then I misted it. So this is what I've got going on in here right now. I'm actually getting rid of the aquaponics system. It's been fun, but I'm going to use this space for mushroom growing. It's a more productive, possibly profitable hobby. I'll still have the greenhouse and some plants down here for the winter, but just going to move the fishies outside once the weather gets a little bit nicer and transplant as many of the plants as I can out there. Greenhouse is doing good. Let's see some snapdragons growing in the back there. A couple orchids getting ready to flower. Tropical plants almost ready to go back outside. And now, for the newest addition, is my incubation room. It's just over here in a corner. I had a little shelf set up in here, so I just made a real makeshift frame out of some scrap wood that I had, some black plastic, and then an old closet door that I had sitting around. Don't usually have this light on. I just had it on for the video, unless I'm in there checking things out. But it's a pretty basic setup. I mean, there's my oil radiant heater. It's the safest way to run a heater. And then I've just got a couple shelves. Back up a little bit. This is just kind of an old workbench that I had. So anything incubating is now in here. So I've got my 3 buckets of king oyster that were nearly finished. Got 2 new buckets that I just did yesterday of golden oyster. This here is the king oyster straw bag. Put a little paint bucket on it just for some extra weight on top. It's kind of getting a little fluffy and dried out. And these are some bags of grain spawn. They're all about 2.5, 3 quarts. My first two got contaminated. I'm not really sure what went wrong, but these seem to be doing better. You can see how colonized. Those are king oyster in back. This is golden oyster up front. Here's some haunch mint or white beach mushrooms colonizing some grain. Here's my maitake jar, still doing good. I'll show you some of the agar cultures I have going. All doing good. These elms are really taking off in here. Not sure if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can see it. Real fuzzy. This is a transfer from spore from the last batch I grew out. There's some more haunch mints. So yeah, everything's growing very well in here. Temperature stays at, let's see, this one says 77 right above the heater. And then up top here, 73, so it stays relatively warm. Here's the portobellas that I have growing. Almost ready to add the casing layer to it and fruit. You can see all the mycelia. Let's see if I can show you this on here without getting too fuzzy. Found this morning. Pretty exciting. White fluffy stuff, that's the mycelia. It's almost to the very top. So these king oyster buckets will be ready shortly. Let's see, it's just the black trash bag in here. Let's see if I can show you some of these little side holes where you can kind of peek in. Be hard to catch on camera. Anyway, they're almost finished. But yeah, new incubation room working out very well. Things are colonizing much quicker than in the cabinet where it was anywhere between 60 65 degrees depending on the time of the day. So staying at a constant 75 has really helped. Hopefully it'll help increase my production also. That is it for now.